roof and your electricity's out and your dogs run away and you got a chicken in your kitchen, just accept it, because we needed every bit of good favor to try to close this game out. And thankfully we did. I think we deserve to win. Sometimes as a coach you don't know if you really mean that, but I thought our guys, man, really played gritty and tough against a really good basketball team. Tucker DeVries, who missed their last game with a shoulder injury, he's iffy whether or not he's going to play. Man, what a good player he is, and he made an incredible shot. Again, I wish we would have been a little bit higher to deny him the shot. We fouled once at the end of regulation. We fouled once. We did that perfectly, so we cut the clock from like 4.8 to 2.2. I thought the way the play was designed, it would have been impossible to foul without fouling him in the act. So I thought we were there. I thought we were a little late on the switch, and the kid made an incredible shot. We could have easily dropped our heads and pouted and taken an L and just said, hey, man, it's just not our year. But our guys came out and found a way to grind out a hard win.
I was kind of wondering moments like that, what you say in a huddle after they hit a shot like that.
You got to move on. It's hard for me, bro. I mean, you don't get a face looks like this if you move on easily. This is earned. A lot of creases, a lot of blood vessels popped. But you have to, I have to. They're looking to me for a little bit of life, and I was just glad we came out and scored the first basket and we actually got a stop. I think they scored 5 consecutive times down the stretch in a variety of ways to get it to the overtime. And then for us to respond, took control. I don't think they led 1 minute or 1 second in the overtime. And again, for once, you actually thought I was kidding. Again, my communication skills are not as clear with this new generation as I once thought they were. And so he misses the first one. So there's 0.2 left on the clock. So the reality is the only thing that you can do in under 0.3 is tip the ball. So if he makes both of them, then it doesn't matter. It's a 3-point game. They can't tip in a 3-pointer. Game's over. So we're trying to make them both. I had a feeling that he wasn't, and he missed the first one. Then I told him miss the second one, and he thought I was kind of kidding. No, because now if he was to make it, then they could throw it length of the floor and have a chance to tip it in. You saw Tucker DeVries at the end. I bet every 1 hour you're sitting there wondering, what is he doing? Why didn't he pick the ball up? Because he was hoping somebody would get close enough and he could draw a foul. Smart kid. That's what he was doing. He didn't tell me that, but smart minds think alike.
Christian Coleman, he comes in and makes really clutch plays there late in the second half.
Yep.
Big one of them, go to the basket.
Made a couple jump shots. Can you believe that? He don't do that very often. Made 2 big jumpers. He had the and one opportunity, the old up and under. Missed it. Missed both free throws. It would have been nail in coffin. Didn't do that. But not to be Grinched on your question, he did make some plays for us. 4 for 4. I thought Daniel Ortiz, obviously, we were at the end. We got exactly what we wanted. We got Eric downhill. I don't like Eric when he's doing the figure skating thing up there. I don't like that, guys. We're not telling him to do that, just for the record. Is that camera on? I want that on constant loop on the news. We're not telling him to do the figure skater stuff. He likes it for some reason. But so if we design something where we just try to get him downhill, he's pretty good at that. And he got downhill and he made the exact right read. And Daniel Ortiz, who he just put back in the game, boy, huge shot. And I wish that was the game winner, but it wasn't. We'll take the win, despite that not being the culmination that we were hoping for.
Coach Javion we spoke on it yesterday, how his veteran leadership is crucial for you guys. With him being so patient too, being double teamed definitely down on the block, towards the end making those crucial plays, how does that show the experience and the patience of a veteran?
Well, he's only 4 for 9 tonight, but he made his free throws huge, and he didn't get a defensive rebound in 40-plus minutes. Inexcusable. We get out-rebounded by 6, and I was saying the whole game, if we don't win this rebounding battle, we're going to lose. So, again, we were very, very, very fortunate. We dominated the free throw line, which was something that we talked about coming in, trying to be more aggressive at the basket. We draw a lot of fouls, and tonight that stayed true to form. But JD's a guy that he's got to anchor us, and we're playing through him. At the end, because he played 40 minutes. He was cramping a little bit. He was a little bit off. That's why I took him out of the game.
8 for 20 on three-pointers. That seems to be getting a little bit better as it goes on. Is that something that's just being worked on in the gym, or is it just
Yeah, nothing's really changed from our approach. We shoot it a lot, and numerically coming into the season, I thought this team would be a little better. I didn't think we would be as volume-oriented as some of our teams, but I thought we would be better, and to me, we've underachieved in that area. Daniel going 3 for 4. Bud is a good open shooter. Tony with 2 big threes. That kind of was the separator for us. Key shots, none bigger than Daniel's.
Yes, only had 5 block shots, but it seemed like you really contested well, particularly late in the game and in overtime. Did you like the way you contested down there?
Yeah, I'm a little harsher critic than you. I really don't like the way that we. The thing that drives me crazy is I think, at the end, Eric just got his hand on the ball. He got a block, one of the last possessions. He gets the block. And then their big kid gathers the rebound. Yaks pressures him. He misses. They get another one. They get another one. They were just crushing us on second chance points. And they were crushing us on loose balls, man. Our inability, I call them ball getters. Man, I like ball getters. And we just do not have guys that get that ball in those loose ball situations. Today in 50-50 balls, we get doubled up. That's an area that, again, this game could have easily been a 6 or 7 point win. We kind of get out of here a little earlier and can relax. But that's who we are at this point. Thankfully, we found a way to get over the finish line.
Doing that, getting over the finish line, win a game like this, what can this do moving forward for you?
Well, it's going to be a Merry Christmas in the Kennedy household, I can tell you that. This will make the break a little easier. It gives us 3 in a row. We'll come back. We'll have 3 days of prep prior to another really good team in UNC Asheville who was predicted to win their league, who've been up and down. And then I saw on a neutral site last night, I'm just watching the ticker. I'm sure I'll watch the tape here soon. They beat App State by double figures, and App State, as we know, beat Auburn a few games back. So a really quality team, and then we get into the American Athletic Conference. Excited about that. My hope is that we can continue this winning streak, build some momentum, continue to grow, continue to form an identity as a group.
Axel's a guy that seems like he just loves playing every single minute out on that court, no matter if you guys are up or down. How has his spirit really been crucial for you guys, and how have you seen him get better week in, week out?
Yeah, Yax is a good player. I demand a lot of him because I think he has a lot to give. His spirit is incredible. I wish I had just like 1 ounce of that, just a little bit of that pixie dust, boy, because I can't imagine going through life as gleeful as he is. And he's really turning into a guy that we can depend upon tonight. 13 points, 8 rebounds. He drew the assignment against Tucker DeVries. Tucker DeVries still ends up with his 19 points, but was 8 for 19 from the field. A lot of that is Yax and his ability to make plays. So these first 12 games, it's really been a learning experience. I think he shared that with you guys. It's been a learning experience for him, and my hope is that he'll continue to grow into a more consistent producer, because that's certainly what this team needs.
Despite his future in figure skating gains,
I think he would be a good figure skater, don't you?
What do you think of his just ability to see his teammates a lot better right now? He's putting in 9 assists, 2 turnovers, really spreading it out.
Yeah, terrific. He's been terrific. I think the last couple of games, I don't know, but off the top of my head, I want to say he's probably 20-something assists to 4 or 5 turnovers. He hadn't turned the ball over very much. For him, the next step, he had 7 rebounds, so he was active on that end. I'm playing him heavy minutes. The next step for him is, being able to make that pull-up shot. He was 3 for 13, 0 for 5. And the way that people are going to guard him off that ball screen, they're just gapping him. He's got to pull up and make that. If he does, I think you'll see his production explode.
End of the first half, when you're down by 4, the last few minutes, you did a great job of stopping them and being able to score. Was that something you focused on? And did it provide great momentum going into this halftime? Or?
Yeah, believe it or not, we focus on trying to defend every possession. I mean, I'm not trying to be a smart ass. It comes natural to me. We try everything. I mean, there's really no change. I thought there was a little bit of a sense of urgency, and I think that we came up with a couple of loose balls. Again, I told you, I think they scored 5 straight possessions in the second half to get it to OT, and in OT we hold them to 1 for 6. That was the key to the game. We were able to manufacture enough points to get out here again with a much needed win against a quality team.
I feel like they know how I play now. I'm not necessarily looking to score, but when they're open and we make eye contact, I give them the ball and they make the shot. So I feel like we've just been getting closer together as teammates for everybody, and just me making the right read.
It's kind of a 2-part thing, but one, can you just kind of walk us through the play in Ortiz's 3 and the regulation, just kind of that? And the second part of it, how tough is it to come back from them throwing in a 3 at the end, to sort of rebound from that?
So we set up a play. Coach drew up a play, and We executed it well. DT told me he was going to be in the corner. The initial play was for me to just go get a bucket, but I didn't want to force it up. So I seen DT, he relocated, and I found him, and he made the shot. It was a huge shot. And then for DeVries to come down and hit that three, you know, it was a shocker because we was just expecting him to make that, but he made it. So we just went back in the huddle, just everybody, let's stay together. You know, we got another 5 minutes. Let's just come out, dominate, and let's get the win and go home.
When that happens, is it important to get a good start to overtime, like score
Yeah.
first and that type of thing?
It's very important. I think we kept the lead the whole overtime. So, yeah, I feel like it's very important to, you know, come out, score the ball first, and then just get stops, get consistent stops, and you'll be good.
What do you think were the keys to this? I mean, it seemed like everybody kind of contributed and just, you know, what do you think that, you know, if you had to pick keys to this thing?
I want to say the biggest keys is staying connected on defense, trying to, you know, stop DeVries with his rhythm. He's a hell of a shooter, so, you know, we just had to make him uncomfortable, and then team rebounding. You know, Brody's a big guy too, so it was just those three things coming down, just executing and making plays.
Yaxel's one of those guys who seems to get better and better game in, game out. What have you seen from him, and how is he really contributing?
Yaxel's been playing good lately. You know, in practice, he's one of those guys where he came from. I think he was the player of the year in his old conference, so he still has that, you know, I'm that guy kind of attitude. But when we're in practice, you know, we just all push him because we all see the potential in him. So for Yaxel to come out, you know, just been progressing every game, it's amazing for us because we've been on him, and like we just want him to be that X factor on the team, and for him to come out and do what he did today is just amazing for us. We can see it's transferring over to the game.
How important is closing the gap before halftime, and how do you think that led to the success of the team?
It was closing the gap. We needed that. We actually did. You know, we came out, and it actually helps when we come back out to the next half too. But for us to close the half like that, you know, it just gives us nothing but confidence, and it just gives us a boost to come out to the second half, and that's what we did. We came out and we just all played, and we stayed connected.
And what was that halftime speech like from Coach K?
It wasn't like the normal one he had. You know, he'd usually come in and get on us, but he was actually, you know, I'm not gonna say surprised, but he was. What's the word? I don't know, but he came in and he gave us a good speech. You know, he just told us we need to stay on edge and we need to come out and we have to get the W. It's a must win for us, and that's what we did. We came out and got the win.
With Ortiz, you know, he hit the 15-footer or whatever it was in overtime too, and hit that big shot. Hit his other 2 threes. Or when he's playing like that, that's kind of why you brought him in.
Mhm.
To play like that. When he is shooting like that and contributing, how much better are you guys?
We are better when he's making shots, when we are making shots, really. But when DT is in the game and he's making shots, I feel like it opens up more for me to get downhill and to actually like read or make a play for myself, because you can't sag off of him. You see, if you sagged off him, he made the, you know what I'm saying, the three to put us up. But he's been playing good also. I feel like it's just a confidence thing with him. You know, once he get one going, he probably gonna make the next one and the next one. But once he miss, you know, it's kind of iffy about shooting it. But once he make it, he's on, he's good. So it's all about confidence with him.